reflect the opinions of the staff, management, ownership of the station. Jay and Janine are expressing their own opinions, and such is not a substitute for psychological or mental health advice. If you are experiencing an emergency, please hang up and call 911.
Good afternoon and welcome to the Momentum Mindset Show, where we're talking everything personal development, coaching, health, and the law. I'm your host, Jay, here with co-host Janine.
Hello, everybody. Good afternoon. Please join us on Facebook, where we can be found at the Momentum Mindset Show. And if you want to call in and be part of the show, we would love to hear from you. It's 888-565-1470. And if being on live radio is not your thing, no problem. Send us your comments and we will interact with you on Facebook.
Let's create some momentum.
And welcome to the Momentum Mindset Show. I'm your host, Jay Farrow.
And I am your co-host, Janine Davis. We are thrilled to be with you on
Happy
this Friday.
It is the last Friday of summer.
That's right, because tomorrow is September 21st, which is the first day of fall.
So welcome to, thank God this summer is over, right?
Yeah, I mean, it's been 50 stages of hell, and even the devil has left. I mean, he's vacationing elsewhere.
No, but I like the change. You know, I like the concept of a change of season, and there's so much wrapped up into that because there's so much going on in my life, and I know in yours as well, and in our business, and it's just so perfect that we're now moving into a different transition. And I would say, God, universe, thank you for whatever you've done for the last couple of days for the weather down here in South Florida, because it's been gorgeous, and thank you for that, because
so appreciative.
Because it's been quite a summer. Just FYI, next year, that.
Yeah, it actually has. I've always been very, very sensitive to the heat, and actually never really wanted to live in South Florida because of that. And but I have to say, this summer, unlike the last several summers, was exceptionally punishing. But I'd also like to give a shout out to someone who is extremely near and dear to me, and like kind of one of my reasons for being. Carolina, my niece, will be 16 tomorrow.
Oh, wow.
On the first day of fall.
Happy birthday.
Happy birthday, Carito. And so excited for you. I mean, 16 is like
so much exciting stuff going on. I mean, really. I mean, from last week to this week, I'm sure that y'all can see the shift in the energy, because we've had a really good week, and we had some ups, we had some downs, but all in all, I have to say that when I saw a rainbow this morning, and it was absolutely just like, oh, you're doing all right. I just, those little things, again, I'm starting to appreciate more, to notice the things I wouldn't notice yesterday, like dew forming on a leaf, traffic lights,
Well, it's true. And actually, the other day, when I went out to walk Mitchell, one of the things that I was extremely grateful for was this really gorgeous breeze and the change of the weather. And I literally looked up to the sky and I was like, hallelujah, man. Like, thank you. I notice the change. I notice that, and just being extremely grateful for it, where, I have to say, maybe a year ago, I would have been like, all right, that's nice, and moved on, and never allowed it to sort of simmer and let it in and really take enjoyment in that moment. So it sounds like you, and by happenstance, really, because we did not get the memo on this, but I am also very much in a place of appreciation and noticing all of the small things, and it really makes me I'm pretty happy in general, and it's just like ratcheted up the happiness, and I feel it, and it reverberates around me, and I love that.
We were just talking in the car on the way over here about some of our friends that are going through some types of therapy, and I said to you that I don't know how effective therapy is unless someone has self-awareness.
Yep.
And really what we talk about on this show is creating self-awareness. And really one of the principles of transformation is being able to see yourself, or not see yourself completely, but at least know that you have blind spots. And then to be able to identify those blind spots, and then say what's working for you, what's not working for you, and then move forward and break through whatever's not working for you. But I think that self-awareness one of the fundamental keys to transformation.
I think it is the fundamental
thing is self-awareness.
I mean, I'm going to call it out because without that component, it's all just really good idea.
And for those of you who is like, what is self-awareness?
Right.
Okay. It's like the ability to know that, that I play life a certain way. And I've always played life. I'm a professional Jay. Jay's going to keep on Jaying the way that Jay's Jaying unless I become aware of how I'm doing it. Because
right.
I'm on an automatic. And what self-awareness allows is the opportunity to interrupt that automatic thinking, interrupt that automatic programming, interrupt that pattern, whatever that pattern is.
Right.
And to be
because we're all subconsciously programmed from a very young age, and that creates the automatic, and it also creates the overriding system that makes it really challenging to see ourselves.
So as we're talking about the growth and self-awareness, we do a weekly check-in, and we had quite a week. We run a law firm. The law firm's doing well. We're playing a pretty big game right now with many of our cases.
We don't do anything just a little bit. It's all a lot of bit.
I will say what I'm noticing is that everything that I've asked for in the creation of the law firm, of my vision of the law firm, is happening. Okay? The other thing I'm checking into this week, everything I asked for in a relationship, and I'll say this, I'm in a relationship now, very, very happy. I was able to send her flowers for the first time today at her office, and it's just an honor.
Flowers are always a good idea. Flowers are always a good idea.
Okay, so I told Janine this morning, I said, you know why I send her flowers?
Not me, the other one.
Because she likes it. And I mean, and how about that, guys? Because she likes it. That is the answer.
That is reason enough, y'all.
If you want to just make it very simple for yourself, because she likes it goes a long way.
Absolutely.
That was a beautiful experience. One of the things that came up for me this week was checking in with my why.
Mm-hmm.
Why do I do the things that I do? Why am I attempting to transform my life? What is it about the things that I want that are so important that I'm willing to wake up the time that I do to go after them?
Yeah.
Because
what'd you come up with?
Well, when I first started this journey, I had multiple whys. I did it to try to get a past relationship back. I did it because I wanted to take my shirt off at the beach. I did it because I did it because I didn't think I was good enough in some people's eyes. I did it because some of my friends were quote unquote more successful than I was. I had a chip on my shoulder, and you know what? A lot of this stuff. It's like the why changes, except for this why. The one that I came up to a long time ago, and it keeps me going, is that I just love being in the game. I like waking up in the morning knowing that I have a shot to make things exceptional, to whatever that I have into my space, to honor it, to love it, to have it grow, and to have the ups and downs. And I shared on Facebook this week, it's like, most of the time I hate it. Most of the time I hate...
There's so much resistance in it,
most of the time I hate all the stuff that I do. Every morning when I wake up to go to the gym, and then realize I'm going to eat the same 6 meals today as I did yesterday, which, by the way, we have a fantastic guest for you guys today.
So exciting. The woman who prepares these said 6 meals is going to be joining us and talking about her labor of love.
Dulce will be on with us here in a little bit.
Yeah.
And we're very excited to talk with her, because we're going to be talking about nutrition, talking about food made with love, and how that can shift your life and your day. But the thing is, it's difficult to keep this going.
It is very difficult. I can confirm that.
Unless you have a why that has you doing the things that you're doing. Now, I'm looking at my life right now. The business is exploding. The relationship is wonderful. I'm now taking my health to a different level. I'm now in physical therapy twice a week for the things that, like my knee, my elbow. And I'm now working out 5 full days a week in the gym again. I'm taking all of my supplements. I'm literally seeing the universe explode right in front of me. And this distinction this time is that I deserve it. I deserve it all. I deserve it all, and I'm willing to go through.
Want to say something?
Willing to go through all of that stuff that I don't like.
Yeah.
To have all of the stuff that I have.
Yeah.
That I'm enjoying.
So thank you so much for sharing that. I think it's so valuable for anybody who may be listening also, because it's important to realize that your whys do change. And that is part of growth, and that's part of process. And I will share with you, as your longtime friend, that when I knew that you were doing it for all of these other reasons that, of course, I judged the heck out of because they're not my value. They were different to my values. And that's what awareness is, people. When you realize that when you're not aligned with something too, it's often because you're judging it because it doesn't belong to you. Right. So, but I was very upset about it. And you know that I even cried with you one day, like, oh my God, this is why we're doing all of this. Like it was very sobering for me to understand that. And I recognize that now as, part of my own growth, to be in the grace to support someone on their individual walk. Because just because we're going on the same path doesn't mean we're walking the same walk all the time. And you have your whys, and it's really, really important to acknowledge that. And I have mine. And I think that it's really interesting how the whys do change as your awareness changes, as your growth changes, as all of these things, it changes. But, you know, again, by happenstance in many ways, my why has also changed. I also, if I am honest, which I am tasked to be because that's what's for dinner these days. I think also too, I was trying to maybe prove something to someone or someone's in my life and, you know, kind of be like, I'll show you. Yeah, I changed my life radically and
I'll show
look
you.
at how I'm winning. I'll show you. Right. So,
Right.
But today I can say, and particularly with this like metamorphosis that I'm in the midst of, I also have identified the why for myself as being super authentic and really
But is that a
in
why?
alignment. Yeah, because I also deserve it. My why is because I was born on purpose, with purpose, to go after the maximum amount of value of life that I want to create for myself in any given moment, in any given day, ever. And before, I think it was a very outwardly focused. And today it's like checking in with who I really am and who I want to be. So
I'm
my
thinking
why
about-
and my motivation is
It's like what? What is your why though? I didn't hear a why in there. I'm
Okay.
just challenging you on that.
Okay. Thank you, Jay.
No, like my why is like I want to get up and do it. I want to get up and do it, and it does change. And sometimes it's a chip on my shoulder. Sometimes
sure.
it's,
There's always going to be a flavor of
sometimes someone just really just ticked me off to the point where I just want to squash them. You know, there's that why, and there's just the general why of man, I get another shot.
Yeah. So I would say for me, my why is also that kind of like, oh, I'm getting the hang of this. Like I love to see what's next. That's sort of like the magic that unfolds, all of these things. Like, I feel like I'm dancing with life, and that's a new why for me, but I'm dancing because I'm actually paying attention and I'm doing it for me, instead of for some external validation that I always thought that I needed, never really understanding that I'm enough.
See, if you were to tell me like, hey, I'm doing this because I still think that one of my exes pissed me off. I mean, or that I'm doing this because I got that C in that grade and I didn't like to get that C, and I feel like that my playing life right now is small. Okay, that's okay.
I don't think there's anything wrong
There's
with
nothing
that.
wrong-
That's not my experience right now.
Well, no, I'm not saying right now.
No, but I'm saying for me, any flavor of that is gone, and that has given birth to something very, very different that I'm feeling.
To our listeners, it doesn't matter as far as I'm concerned. Whatever gets you off the couch and into your
and engaged in your life, because it will change. And to your point, that's what I think is so valuable about this conversation.
You will find that it doesn't matter what gets you off your butt to do something.
Nope.
It doesn't matter what drives you forward, as long as you keep moving forward, because you will find grace in that.
Totally.
Because I found it time and time again. No matter what my why was, I mean, I found a greater why, which was for me, because I deserve it.
But that's the point, right? So it's like all of those whys finally bring you full circle to the why. You.
That's it.
And again, because what I said when I was talking about my why was because I finally connected to the fact that I was born on purpose, with purpose. And that gets my juices flowing.
I had this breakthrough where I asked myself, why not me? And I didn't have an answer. In other words, I used to have another answer because I'm not this person, because I'm not tall enough, because I'm not this, because I'm not.
Yeah.
Actually, when I said, why not me? I was like, wait a second, I have nothing else to say. I'm going to say,
why not me?
And we're about to bring Dulce on.
Yes.
Okay, but I want to say this. This all started with my health. This all started, all the transformation started with my health. And I did get a nutrition program, and what I found was when I'm working out and I have nutrition, my brain operates.
Yeah, it works better.
When I give my brain oxygen, it works better. When I give my brain nutrition, it works better. And when I do it consistently, it works better and better and better.
Yeah.
And what showed up in my space almost, I guess 5 months after I started the transformation in March of 2018, Dulce reached out to me, and as we're members of a transformational community. And she said, I'd like to cook for you. And she started doing that last year, and our financial circumstances didn't permit it for going forward. But this year, we've been working together now for going
Several
on
months.
3 months.
Yeah.
And I feel better than I've ever felt in my entire adult life.
Yeah.
I mean, my body is telling me, thank you for this.
Yeah.
And,
absolutely. But also another very big redeeming quality about the type of service that she provides, which I think is amazing, is that she takes the concern for the prepping, the creating, the whatever, and she makes it accessible and easy to nourish yourself with homemade meals that are made with the best ingredients and with the best and finest care.
And with love.
Absolutely. I always tell people
they tease me for it, but I say she actually makes it with love, and that
so
is
true.
the ingredient and I feel that.
Well,
I
when
feel that.
my nieces ask me, they'll say to me, "How come your XYZ is so delicious?" And I will always tell them, and I'll do like this funny thing, and it's embarrassing, but I'm going to show you all. I'll say, because I gave it love, and that is absolutely the reason. It's the determining factor of why my particular XYZ dish, it always comes out a certain way. Because when I cook for my loved ones, I am giving my whole heart. So Dulce does the same thing. So we're going to go to a quick break.
Yep.
And after the break, you're going to see that there is 2 women on the panel, one of which will be her, and we're excited to bring her on. So thank you.
We'll be right back.
Law Firm, standing up to corporate bullies, using innovative, aggressive, and effective strategies to resolve disputes effectively and timely. Contact us at 954-252-9818, online at farrowlawfirm.com, and on Facebook at Farrow Law Firm. We look forward to being of service to you.
You've been listening to the Momentum Mindset Show
with Jay and Janine. Give us a call at 888-565-1470. And now back to the show.
You got to speak into the mic. And welcome back to the Momentum Mindset Show that came back very, very quickly. All right, everybody. We'd like to bring on our guest, Dulce Jimenez. Welcome to our show, and you could say hello to everybody. Hello to the world.
Hello, everyone.
On Facebook, and
thank you.
We're so happy that you're here, and we were just talking about love and how you make the food with love, and I think that is like the ingredient that fills me up.
Yeah.
With the energy that I have, and I think it's been like 3 months now. This time that we've been working together, right?
Yeah. We started in February actually, and then we stopped a little bit. And
yeah,
then
that's
we
right.
continued.
Yeah. So over the last year, it's been like six months of working with us, and you just cooked, and I'll share this with you. Down at University, the University of Miami, there's some people that are really appreciative of what you're doing. So you might be becoming world famous, not just by the show, but for other reasons. And I want to thank you for what you've done and the work that you do, because it's not that you just make the meals. I mean, because every single meal that I eat a week she makes, and she prepares it all. She puts it into individual containers, and but she spends it's like 13 or 14 hours on it.
Oh my God, it is a mission, y'all. It really is a labor of love. And a lot of physical effort. So Dulce, please explain to us like what your method is. How would you introduce yourself and describe what it is that you do for us and for your clients?
Well, let me say,
speaking to
the mic.
Yeah.
Mike, thank you for inviting me here. I'm very, very happy to be here. And now I'm going to copy you. Now I'm going to say, I cook with love.
See, that shimmy is everything.
So how do I do it? Or why do I do it? Actually, you guys were talking about the why.
Yes.
Right.
Yeah. So start with that if you wish.
Yes, I want to start with that. So the why I started changing my diet many years ago for myself, for my own health. I was 300 pounds and I was not feeling well.
Wow.
And all that. So being a chef, I was not eating well. And I did change little by little. And my sister got cancer. And I was working in a corporation. I wasn't working as a chef. And I was not there cooking for her. And one of the reasons that I really started my company and started doing this is because I wanted to give back what I didn't give to my sister to other people.
Oh, wow.
And doing this for you, and when you call me that week that I was not going to cook for you, my health is going to be affected if you don't come.
Well,
I don't care if a hurricane is coming.
It's so true, because Jay and I had this discussion, and I'm like, and this is so not like me, you know. But again, the times there are changing. I'm very like, oh, well, if she can't do it, it's okay. But that week I was like, oh, hell no. I got, this man needs his meals. I need my meals.
Yes.
Like, what is coming from a place of what's possible?
Yes, exactly. And we did it. I cooked for you that week.
Yeah, you did. You did.
Yeah.
You did.
I did it.
So, what did you study to become a chef?
Well, I love it. I love to cook, and since I was a teen, my grandmother, I woke up with the smells of my grandma. They were doing the coffee, and at the same time, they were seasoning the chicken.
Okay.
So you're Dominican,
I'm
right?
Dominican, yes.
So
I'm
yummy
Dominican,
food.
and my grandma was giving so much love. When you ask my cousins, like, which grandma you like the most? And everybody said, Mama Cacha. Mama Cacha was my grandma, because she always give you the bread with eggs inside. The other grandma will give you a mint or a gum or something. But my grandmother was always giving love through her food.
Right.
Yeah.
And I always loved that, but that was not a career at that time.
Okay.
Right. So thank you to the Food Network that made it a viable career for everybody.
So I studied business. I didn't like it. I studied computers, and I started working as an executive assistant. And I stayed in that field, and I was successful. I worked 10 years for Merck, the pharmaceutical, and then I worked 11 years for Diageo, the biggest alcohol company in the world. Not an ad, but I was happy there. But there was something missing. I was always sick, and at 33, I went to Johnson & Wales to get a culinary arts career.
Okay.
Fantastic.
And my fears never allowed me to get out of the corporate world and really venture into cooking.
Yeah.
I was not trusting myself that I was going to make it as a chef. And it is not glamorous when you are in a kitchen in a restaurant. It is not. And
That is so
I
true.
couldn't
That's true.
find
You know
yeah.
that.
No,
And-
You know
know.
that better than anybody
and
growing up in catering.
There was not a purpose for me to be in a kitchen just frying or doing those kind of things, which is not bad if you're okay with that. But I didn't find that something that was really fulfilling me. And so I always left it on the side. I did try it a few times. And when this happened, my health transformation, my sister, so when my sister passed away, and I decided, like, I really need to get out of this and do something. And
How long ago was this?
Yeah, my sister passed away in 2016. And I decided I was going to get a sabbatical. The universe is always listening.
Right.
I said, I'm going to get a
Oh, yes, it
sabbatical, and I'm going to leave this, but I want to have some money on this side. I don't know if this is going to happen. And I had a very incredible experience with breath work. I saw a vision of Jesus Christ. I'm not Christian or anything, but I saw Jesus Christ holding my hand. And I said, like, oops,
girl.
wow,
That
I'm going
is-
to be supportive.
That is so deep.
And 4 months after I had that, my company eliminated my position, and they gave me a year with salary and benefits.
Nice.
Wow.
And then I
Talk
said,
about Jesus walking with you and
okay.
giving you some cash flow to boot.
And then I started with Dulce Aromas, which is my company. It's a personal chef services. And what I do
What's it
is
called? Dulce Aromas?
Dulce Aromas.
Okay.
DulceAromas.com, guys. Go and check it out.
I think we have
Yeah,
that down
please
at the
do.
the bottom, or
Yeah,
we
we'll
will.
get it for everybody.
Yeah.
But just speak more into the.
Yeah,
I don't because
so-
we can't tell if
I know we can't tell. I
Okay.
hope
There-
everyone
there
can
you go.
hear.
So Dulce Aromas. So you started your business, and then you said you studied at a place in West Palm Beach. I think it was, or did you go to their course? It was Hippocrates or something like that.
Yes, I went to Hippocrates 2018.
Okay.
Because although I have been changing my nutritional, that I needed another kick. You know, when you are sometimes in a plateau.
Yeah, sometimes you need
And
a reboot.
also I wanted to start doing more vegan meals for myself and more raw vegan. And I interned myself 3 weeks, and Hippocrates was all raw vegan. My family said, "You're not gonna make it. You're not gonna
Did
make
you
it."
stay there? Did you stay?
3 weeks.
So you stayed there. So for
I
those of you who
lost-
don't know,
oh,
this is
yeah.
a place in West Palm Beach.
Yeah,
West Palm Beach,
yeah.
yes, right here. We
you
have that
You
here.
can go there and stay there, and basically they take away your cell phone, they take away everything else, and basically you detox.
Yes, you detox.
from all of the poison that
Yes.
is otherwise in all of our
Yes.
our food.
Yeah.
And so I mean, just making it through there is a
Amazing.
huge
And
accomplishment.
that also gave me an incredible boost of confidence because I said, I left coffee, dairy, and other things that were dragging me a little bit. And I lost 18 pounds. I have never felt, I had no pain anywhere.
Wow.
Guys, for 3
Wow.
weeks.
That's
I was like,
amazing.
This is incredible. And you wake up in the morning, I was the lucky ones that, because I didn't have, they do a blood test on you.
Right,
I didn't
right.
have absolutely anything. I don't have cholesterol. I don't have high blood sugar. I don't have anything. So I was the lucky one that I could start my day with fresh almond milk.
Nice.
But at 10 o'clock, you start the day at 10 o'clock with a green juice. Then at 12:30, you have an all raw vegan, which is an amazing buffet. Actually, you can go there to eat, even if you don't stay. And then you don't eat absolutely anything else until 5:30 that you all get to another buffet, raw vegan meal. And I was looking at the amazing things they were creating with raw vegan ingredients. It was like
You're saying
incredible.
very imaginative and sort of
Yes.
okay, nice.
And then I was looking at those things. Oh, I can do this. I can do this for myself, and I can do this for my clients. And I started doing, and now I have been doing it for a few clients, and it's incredible. I go to a client and they give me a book. I want to eat from this book. I'm working with a client now. Is How Not to Die. No sugar, no oil, no
Wait,
salt.
is this a book or is it?
The book, How Not to Die.
Yeah,
It's by a
I've
doctor.
Okay.
I don't remember the name now. But and they have a cooking book. I have almost done all the recipes there, and also I create some, and I change some of his recipes too. And you too. I cook for you with no salt, no oils, no nothing.
Well, I
This is funny because I tell Dulce, I'm like, give me salt. Give me salt, woman. Give me salt.
You really don't need it. You can have miso. You can have other
I know.
stuff.
No,
you
no,
know,
no. But
and a lot of
you're-
garlic.
Your food is really delicious.
really
I'm
good. I mean,
someone
just-
who
it's
needs
fresh.
flavor.
and just knowing that I'm eating clean and that my body's getting the nutrients that it needs, and it makes a huge difference. And I can tell when I'm off. I mean, and there was a few months ago where I was just going through life, and there was times I just go to the grocery store and I buy raw asparagus, and you've seen it. I would
Oh
just
my
grab
God.
the raw asparagus and just eat the raw asparagus.
Yes, like a
Yes.
heathen. But good for you. That was like kind of really, pretty bad to the bone. But
That
thank
was
God it's over.
committed.
That
You
was-
were committed.
That was committed, but I wasn't really on a program, because what you're doing is like we have everything measured out, and the way that we're doing this is based on I'm eating what's called macros, which is I know exactly how many carbs I'm eating a day, how many fats, and how many proteins, like grams.
Yes.
But I found that any transformation starts with your health. a lot of people reach out to me. They ask me, they go, how do you get started? What do you do? And then I said, go out for a walk for 10 minutes tomorrow. Or if you can make it to the gym, make it to the gym. And then treat your body. Cut out the dressings that you put on your salads. Because people are like, I had a salad for lunch. But but you put ranch dressing on your salad, and it's like there was just 400 calories in just the dressing alone. And when you don't realize what's actually in our food.
But more than that, it has no nutritional value. So even more than the fact that you're ingesting 400 calories, you're ingesting 400 empty calories that have no redeeming value.
Food, guys, food is fuel to your cells. I know it's delicious and it tastes delicious, but it has a purpose.
Right.
And when I'm feeding my clients and when I feed myself with this amazing food, it's not that I only cook raw vegan, because I cook full meals for you.
Right.
But I feel my cells being happy.
Right.
Really.
Yeah.
You feel it. And when you eat I did a brunch on Sunday and it was a lot of dishes. And at the end, I said, how do you guys feel? Do you feel sluggish or no?
Right.
They had 2 desserts, and actually I brought dessert for you. I brought apple pie bites for you, raw vegan.
Oh, nice.
And the only sugar is a little bit of dates. Yes. I know you're not into it.
No, I'm going to try that.
I have to rescue it, actually. Somebody got it and almost eat it for you.
Oh, yeah?
You know what? This is a complete
Could it
update
have
for
been
our
our
show.
producers?
We're going to become like, remember, like, well, not remember, this, like, you watch some cooking shows and
religiously.
And just, we got a show right now that someone brought food to.
I know.
This is like a level
good.
up for our show. We've been doing this for 9 months. No one's ever brought us any food. And this is like this is a tremendous
Next
win.
time
Exactly.
I can do something right here.
You know what? We're going to do a demo one time.
Oh,
but
yes.
Right.
Yeah.
So I definitely want to try that. What I'm finding, not only is the food delicious and everything else like that, but I don't have to think about my food.
Yes.
When I don't, and there's what I looked at my day and realized that I had to make 4 major decisions a day that I wasn't even thinking about. And it's like, what am I going to eat next? What am I going to eat for lunch?
Yep.
What am I going to eat for this? And then driving there, deciding what I'm going to order, having that conversation in my head. Well, I really could go for that chocolate cake today, or you know what, I am going to order that taco, and I'm going to, you know what, I'll put a little cheese on it, just a little bit. Yeah. And it's like every time you're doing that, though, it's like you're fighting with yourself. It's not just a decision to have the taco or the burger. It's like once you get past it, it's like, well, I'm going to put this a little bit aside. It's actually, for me, it's every single bite of that burger that I'm eating. I'm like, well, I mean, if I eat half of this, and then what about this next bite?
Right,
and
it's a constant
this
negotiation.
constant going back and forth in my mind. It's actually a struggle with myself. So ever since the last 3 months, I don't have that struggle. I don't have that internal conversations. Now, it's not easy to eat the 6 meals, the same 6 meals, because I want to go out. I want to go to get something, and it's like I know. And when I do go out, it's so enjoyable.
Because contrast is enjoyable, right?
Yes,
so you get to really have the best of both worlds, and I think that that's what you help accomplish so much, so that you savor the healthy meals that you have day in, day out, and when you go out, you're not just blowing it on some nonsense because this is the same old. This is actually like a really enjoyable experience.
But also, I want to say something. It's that you're very strict with your diet, because I even ask you, can I do it differently? Because sometimes I get bored to do it the same way. It was like, no, I don't want it like this. It's like, okay, you're the only clients that eat the same ingredients, and even that I change it. I try to do it mashed or do it, some other ways. You're the only client that is very, very rigid and committed and strict.
It's honest.
Hello, Dulce. Have you met Mr. J. Farrow?
So other clients, they eat as
I would tell you, though, that when I get a report from the doctor that I have to go see, I mean, and he tells me you're going to live forever, that you've completely reversed all the damage that you otherwise did to your body. I believe that mind, body, and spirit, because of the fact that it's made with love, because I'm so committed, because I believe that is my medicine. When I'm taking those meals with me, it is truly what I'm taking to heal myself and heal my body. And over time, it's better than taking a Tylenol. I mean,
amen. It is,
definitely.
But we're going to take a quick break, because I want to talk about when people start this. Like, what would be some suggestions that people could do right away for themselves?
Yes.
To start helping their health. So we'll be right back.
Definitely.
After this.
Farrow Law Firm, standing up to corporate bullies, using innovative, aggressive, and effective strategies to resolve disputes effectively and timely. Contact us at 954-252-9818 online at farrellawfirm.com, and on Facebook at Farrell Law Firm. We look forward to being of service to you.
You've been listening to the Momentum Mindset Show.
With Jay and Janine, give us a call at 888-565-1470. And now back to the show.
Welcome back one more time to the Momentum Mindset Show. It's the last day of summer. And we're...
Wow, yes.
Yeah. Amen. Praise the Lord.
I mean, I've seen a lot on the news lately about this whole thing with climate change. And, this summer, if nothing else, was definitely hotter than most.
It's been a cruel summer, people.
And then, so it becomes a challenge to take care of yourself. It becomes more of a challenge to take care of yourself. And now, we have our guest today is Dulce Jimenez. And she's
Dulce Aromas.
Of Dulce Aromas. And just so on the top of this segment, how can people get a hold of you? What's your number? How would people reach you for your services?
Yeah, dulcearomas.com. All my information is there, but also Instagram, chefd.jimenez. And on Instagram, and also my cell phone, 305-495-1280.
One more time.
If she doesn't answer, oh wait, hold on.
I'm always answer 305-495-1280.
Awesome.
The only thing I was going to say about the cell phone is because Dulce is super. Okay, this is another thing about Dulce.
Cooking.
When she is cooking for someone,
she
is super on point, super focused, and she's super hygiene oriented. So she's not talking up a storm over your food. She's super committed. So if you call her and she doesn't get back to you straight away, it's because she's working, and she will treat your food, your preparation, with the same level of respect that she shows us and other clients. Yeah.
So if you could give our listeners like some that are starting off their journey into transformation, starting off their journey into health, just general, like what are some suggestions that you would give somebody? They're looking at the refrigerator now and they got, what was there yesterday, leftovers and everything else. I mean, what would be, what's something to start? What's something easy that can give them a win?
Look, this is a program that I teach. It's called Traffic Light Eating. And the Traffic Light Eating guides you like a traffic light, right? Green foods make you go and move. Yellow food will slow you down. You still need it because our foods are nutrients for you, but you eat less and slowly.
Okay.
Right?
Okay.
Nice.
And the red food group, which we probably all know which ones they are.
Right.
You stop and think.
Okay.
Can I substitute this with something else?
What's a red food?
So green food, obviously, all fruits and veggies.
Okay.
No restrictions. So when I started, I was craving for sugar a lot.
Yeah, I know that.
And fruits.
Craving for sugar.
Fruits. Okay, I know later maybe you don't have so many fruits. Maybe you don't eat fruits in the afternoon. But when you start that you eating donuts and sodas and stuff, eat all the fruits you want.
Right.
Yeah.
Because
that
it's
is such a good tip.
Because your body's going to be begging you for that sugar thing, and you will get sick if you are on those sodas or alcohol. I mean, and you're consuming a lot of it. Your body's going to be begging you for sugar. So yeah, the fruits.
Fruits are delicious. They're amazing, and there's so
really
many types, right?
Okay.
So now I only eat apples and oranges. But before I used to eat a lot of bananas. I know because banana is very sweet. So the yellow light foods are whole grains, lean meats, nuts, some cheese if you're not going to go vegan or vegetarian, cheese and eggs, right? You eat a small portion, right? And you substitute. And red light foods are foods that are packaged, full of sugar, full of processed.
Okay, so not necessarily meats.
Not necessarily meat, yes.
No,
and
processed meat.
Processed meats.
For example, if you had a ribeye, big ribeye, it's definitely a red light because also it's huge.
Right.
Right, it's a red light food because it's huge. If you clean it, you trim it, you got a small portion, and you grill it.
Right.
Okay, it could be yellow. So
usually, if it's really going with your intuition, your gut. I mean, if you're arguing with yourself, if a big ribeye is red light or not, you're probably just go with the red light. Is that
Yeah.
Because if you're basically convincing yourself, rationalizing and justifying what it could be, what it could look like, you know,
we can go that route all the time. But I'm going to give you an advice.
Chicken wings being yellow.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Chicken wings are so yellow in that book.
I'm just putting
Let's
it
just
out
put
there.
that out
'Cause
there.
before this whole ever happened,
You know what?
Agree. There was 4 food groups. There was pizza, and chicken wings, butter, and
Pasta.
salt. And those were the 4
Yes.
major food groups.
But look at where you are.
Yeah.
If you are eating a lot of junk food, eat it just 5 times a week. Really, start there, because it's better to start than not start. I remember when my sister was struggling with her weight. My sister passed away with 300 pounds, and I was walking. I said, "Can you please stand up and go and walk 10 minutes for me?" I started with 10 minutes, guy. I put my tennis shoes. I hate exercising, and so I just don't like it.
Right.
You are in the gym, and you have that easy. For me, it's
Well,
easy. Cooking.
I'm going to say this is
Interesting.
I don't want
I don't think
anybody
it's-
gets.
I don't
It doesn't
think-
get
I
easy.
don't think it's easy for him.
Everything. When I get to the gym, I want to thank the person that threw this human being in the car to get there. Because every single morning, I want to call my trainer. I want to call out. I want to not go.
Yeah.
But I put myself through it, and that is every single day. So anybody that goes out there, and I acknowledge it. But you can start 10 minutes.
10 minutes.
I psych myself in, saying all I'm going to do right now is 10 minutes in the gym.
Yeah.
Yes.
I'm going to just walk for those 10 minutes, and when I get on that treadmill, then it's okay. Well, I could do this next thing, and the next thing, and the next
Yes,
thing,
yes.
Yeah.
and it's easier.
Yes, I have next to my bed. I have a pad, a rug that is padded like chef, because I'm standing up all the time. I put it next to my bed, and in the mornings I do some dancing. I put 20 minutes in my clock, because I know I
that's
cannot
amazing.
do it. I am not gonna. I don't go to gyms. I don't like them, and I don't go to gyms.
Okay.
That's
So
okay,
I
but
put
you're
my
moving your
music.
body.
I put music, and I put 20 minutes, and I don't stop dancing
Right.
until those 20 minutes have stopped.
That actually is extremely valuable, Dulce, because you're moving your body. You're doing something joyful. You're connecting to music, and you're just letting it
Yes.
flow through. That's awesome, and that's a wonderful tip for people.
And I love that people can know that it's not. It has to be conventional exercise. Just because you're not in a
No, not
gym
at all.
doesn't make
Move.
it make anything else. But we're
Right.
talking about getting your start. Because some people can look at people that are in the gym and just say, "I will
Right.
never get there," and it's hard. It's a hard conversation. But when
Yeah.
they listen to the fact, it
Yes.
doesn't have to look like you think. It doesn't.
Yeah.
Put your shoes on it and dance for a few
Exactly.
minutes. Get your heart rate up and moving. And you're saying, "I love this stoplight." Is that what it's called? Stop.
Traffic light
Traffic
eating.
light eating. Because you
Eating
have
guide.
your green foods. There's no question you're going to eat those. You can eat
Yeah.
as much
Eat
as
all
you
that.
want.
Yeah.
And even my my nutrition says if you want to add something, add vegetables. Just continue to eat the vegetables.
Yeah.
Don't if not so much on the sugar. But I'm at a different different conversation right now. But I know that these little things give people hope to say, "Oh,
Yes.
that's all I have to do. You mean all I have to do tomorrow is actually go and go for a walk and eat less stuff. Don't put your Cheetos away right away. That's not what anybody's asking to do. If you need to ease into it, I mean, there's all kinds of levels how you get your start. The important
Yeah.
thing to do is just start.
Exactly.
And look where you are, and love yourself. Be
Oh, thank you. Please speak into that.
compassionate.
Yeah.
Love yourself and be compassionate.
That's hard.
At the beginning, I have been in this journey for maybe 12 years. I have gained and I have lost the same pounds many, many times. And I stand up and again because I had a big why. My sister was a big why for me. I was seeing her going through that struggle, and now my big why to help others is because also I want to redeem myself that I wasn't there for her. That's a big why for me too.
Sure.
And what is your why? That is important. And love yourself, be compassionate, and knowing that it's okay if you only like 1 or 2 vegetables. Like some people tell me, but I don't like vegetables. Just eat those too.
Right.
And make them in so many ways.
I have a big struggle with that, but you
just
help
eat
me.
those
I tell
two
people,
vegetables.
I've talked
Yeah.
to people about this, about what comes first, the chicken or the egg, finding your why or actually getting your butt in gear. And I don't know that it matters so much. I mean, some people are like, I don't know why I'm going to do this. I don't know
Yeah.
what I want. And that's a big conversation too.
Yeah.
Okay.
It's a process.
But if you find something, and one of the parts of our momentum program is that find that pain point that makes
Yeah.
you move. Because once
pain
you
point, I love
once
that.
you get into motion, your body wants to stay there. And that
Absolutely.
mindset and that addiction to a life of motion, as opposed to being on the couch or in the conversation of I don't know what I want, or I don't know my why. That analysis paralysis, and I've been there.
Yeah.
I get it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But that thought about just getting out and moving. I mean, and there's a lot of trainers that do it. Even Tony Robbins talks about this. When he actually started his journey, he got to a point, he was overweight, he was younger, and he literally just ran out of he put his tennis shoes on, ran out of his apartment, and kept on running until he almost passed out. But his body felt so good after that
Yeah, it's true.
that it occurred to him that being in motion changes your psychology, your psyche.
Yes.
It absolutely does.
And that, but getting started and doing something that's easy, manageable, and measurable, because you could write that down. How many green lights did I have today? How many yellow lights did I have today? And how many red lights did I face today? And then
Yes.
tomorrow I'm going to do less red lights. That's my commitment to
Yes.
tomorrow.
And also one thing that I learned is when you see where you are, say that you're eating fast food every day, and then just cut it a little bit, and you don't have to be. I'm not even there yet. I'm not 100% perfect. None of us are. But if you can do 75, 25, 70, 30, 50. Guys, I have a picture when I was in culinary school, and I had a plate of pasta. I had 3 different desserts, coffee, soda, and something else. I don't remember what it is. And I was like, oh my God. And I complain now that I am eating, sometimes I oh my God, I ate that chocolate. It's organic. It's from Madagascar or whatever it is. It's only made with dates. And sometimes it's like, oh my God, I ate it. So also, look at
where you've come from.
Look at exactly little by little. One day you're gonna wake up and it's like, oh, I can't believe it. I'm doing this.
And I'm doing this.
I'm doing this.
And then I want to keep you on for our last segment, because there's another question I want to ask you, and it's not just about the health thing, but I want to talk about you being an entrepreneur.
Yes.
And I want to talk about, because it's also this feeds into this little starts in what you're doing, because of your story, you were in computers, you're doing something completely different, and then you had a moment, you had some kind of a spiritual experience that just said, okay, I know I have a calling, and then you went into the calling, and the universe opened up for that. But you've had the challenges, and because you've worked with Janine and I on your business. So on the other side of this break, we're going to talk about that for a few minutes, and then we can get into that. All right, we'll be right back, guys.
So you can.
Farrow Law Firm, standing up to corporate bullies, using innovative, aggressive, and effective strategies to resolve disputes effectively and timely. Contact us at 954-252-9818, online at farrowlawfirm.com, and on Facebook at Farrow Law Firm. We look forward to being of service to you.
You've been listening to the Momentum Mindset Show.
With Jay and Janine, give us a call at 888-565-1470. And now back to the show.
And welcome back one more time for the Momentum Mindset Show. And we made a commitment during the break that we were going to try the what was brought for us, because I just think it's fantastic. I can't get over it. I mean, we're like one of those shows that now. Yeah, people bring us food in the show.
People get to bring us food and
So
treats.
for you future guests out there,
Take note, y'all. Take note. Okay, so Jay,
So these are apple pie bites. So everything you find, like the spices and the apples and all those amazing flavors from an
That was
apple
good,
pie. So you find it in little bites, and I love that. I make baklava bites, mango,
No way. This is really
key
yummy.
lime pie bites. I love that. You
and there's
know,
no processed sugar in there. There's just
there's
dates.
just dates.
That's
Yeah.
really good.
Yeah.
And
This is delicious. Very good.
my first experience, I'm like, how does this sound on the radio?
You know what, guys? Just for you to know,
Delicious.
it has a consistency of a truffle, and it has beautiful texture in it, and it tastes like pumpkin spice or apple spice. It
apple
tastes like
spice,
fall,
yes.
which is perfect because tomorrow's the first day of fall.
Beautiful.
And I'm going to be having a
love it
couple
how
more
you
of those
said it.
after that, because I just realized I shouldn't be just continuing to.
I know
to
they're
talk-
easy to eat. They're easy to put away.
talk
Yes.
and eat.
I know.
But Dulce, you're also an entrepreneur.
Oh my God, yes.
And you worked with Janine and I for a bit on your business, and we're very, very proud of you. Do Us Aromas lives, okay?
Yay!
And this is part of it. You have a vision, you have a dream, and you have the part of it that's creative, the art part, and then it's the business part.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah. It's that.
It's like the exercise.
Yeah. You know what? You're right. You're right. It is like the exercise. And just like everybody is different shades of something. Some people love the business aspect and some people not so much.
You've opened your business and then you started your bank accounts and you're doing things differently because when we first met there was fear, right? There was a lot of fear over just opening up the business.
Just to open, just make it official.
Right.
It took me a year.
It was a year.
Yeah.
I remember we actually sat with you for a while and we showed you all the benefits for opening up a business and all that, like the stuff that you can take advantage of by being a business owner. And it wasn't anything, right? It wasn't. The only conversation was this part about of I don't know why. And then you finally did it. So what was your breakthrough? Like what made you finally come around?
Well, my support team. I was like, right. It's not going to take you 5 minutes. And honestly, it was time.
Right.
It was time.
So how did you determine that it was time?
It was a new year. And also, I was getting more confident. And I was like, yes, this is really happening. This is my dream. And I can tell you beautiful things, but I started to trust myself a little bit more. And,
wow, that's huge.
I really, come on. I was seeing so many miracles happening around me. Mm-hmm. And I said, like, this is it. I just have to put a name and just sign a company. I was already doing it without the company.
Right.
And, but for me, it was like that commitment, like, what if I fail and then I have I'm going to disappoint my own company, my own enterprise.
So you bring up a really good point. I mean, I think that a lot of times we can get intoxicated by the actual what ifs, right? But the flip side of that is, what if you learn something? What if you succeed? What if what you do actually matters to people and you're making a difference? So as many negative what ifs, there are a myriad of positive what ifs.
And my acknowledgement is that maybe 1 in 1,000, maybe 1 in 10,000 makes the jump from the corporate 9 to 5, whatever that looks like, and because they said no, that'll never work out for me, that's not for me, I don't deserve it, I'm not worthy enough.
Right.
And however you feel with the uncomfortability that we as entrepreneurs are all going through,
yes,
it's
and
like,
there is a lot of discomfort.
Knowing at the end of the day, it's like, hey, I got my own business, I'm running it. Hey, win, lose or draw, I'm standing at the end of the week and I'm doing this, and you know what? Look at what I'm creating. Mm-hmm. I mean, and now if you can see, and I'm telling you this because it's a fact, that what you do allows us to do what we do.
Absolutely, because to Jay's point earlier,
think about the food chain, literally like the food chain. The food that you prepare for us gives us the opportunity to serve our clients, and their needs, and to stand up to the conversations in their life that hold them small.
And to free us up to be able to perform everything. We don't have to think about it. And for me, aside from the fact that it's nutritious, it's delicious, it's made with integrity, it's made with love, it's best in all of that stuff. I have to say, the fact that we don't have to think about it, it's just like, it's a weight lifted off. I didn't even know I wanted it. Jay insisted. And I'm like, okay, infect me with your bouginess. And it's been amazing.
It is bougie, isn't it?
She was the one. Dulce, you're gonna come this week? My health is going to affect it. I was like, and
you're like, wait, who is this?
It's one of the most favorite things to tell people, like, I got a chef that cooks all my meals. And they just look at me like I got 2 heads.
No, and I love it because actually when you said that, it was also a wake-up call for me. Like, whoa, so I have to be careful. Just, I don't want to cook for you this week. A hurricane is coming. No, really.
I mean,
no, but yeah, it's a subconscious also that I'm doing something. I'm contributing to this person's life and health.
Right.
So it's really important. And what you said, I love it. You notice that I leave you even the warming how to heat your food.
Well,
you don't even have to think about it.
No,
it's
amazing.
It's just a little
really
attention to detail. And this week that you also, I got some meals for my girlfriend who lives down south, and she's the fact that she tried it, but she's joyous about it, and now that know that she's taken it to work, and she's been that she's eating, it's also changed like her day. And it's like people also ask questions about that because it's not inaccessible what you do, because it's really the cost. If I'm putting on paper, is not more than going out to dinner a couple of times a week, and then you do the shopping, and then you get rid of this paralysis of making the decisions about your health.
Absolutely.
So I mean, you do make it affordable. You do work with people. I know that.
Yes.
And it's dulcearomas.com.
Yes.
Okay. Yeah. And we'll give your phone number out one more time.
305-495-1280. Yes.
And we've seen...
And hurry up, because I have 2 clients to sign, so my week is going to be full.
See, that's the good thing. You're making yourself accessible to people. People can find you and really enjoy the services that you provide. And again, we can't say enough about it. But I do have to ask one question. So how has entrepreneurship affected your life?
Well, wanting to do it all by myself sometimes affect me, and I have learned that now. I hired a staff to help me with your meals.
Right.
I'm going to hire someone to manage my expenses. My daughter is my executive assistant, and also she's supporting me. And learning that it's okay
to receive
support and ask for support. Because if I want to be the assistant, the chef, the administrator, the accountant, it's like, oh no. And then I get the paralysis. So at the beginning, I have, I make grocery shoppings for my clients. So I have to be very
all right, we're going to wrap this up. But listen, thank you for showing up.
Thank you so much. And thank you to everybody. Have a beautiful weekend.
That was fast.
I know, right?
Bye, guys.
Bye.
Bye.
See you next week.
Thank you.
Thank you for listening to the Momentum Mindset Show. For your hosts, Jay and Janine, we'll see you here next week. Thank you for being real, authentic, and honest.
If you'd like to reach us, please contact us on our Facebook page, The Momentum Mindset Show, or on our office phone line, which is 954-559-6987.
We are stronger together.
And remember, keep going.